What's going on, David? Appreciate you coming in, dude. You know what, David? I was throwing this spinner yesterday in like serious flow. I should have thrown the smaller one. I didn't have one with me. It's the problem. They were all at home. But I did have one of these with me yesterday. And I was throwing it in really flooded, fast moving current. It's good, but it works out as in that type. It wants to stay top watery, more top water, I found. So it's just the buoyancy of these here. So I'm gonna take one off and add weight and make some more. So these are great. I used them in the fall. I casted in calm water. The pike loved them. Shallow water, great, everything. But I do need to get make them a little heavier and reduce some of the buoyancy, I think. What's up, Jay Fishing? Thanks for coming in. John C, good to see you, bro. Steel City, retirement fund, you know it. I mean, you get some of these channels out there that are all begging for food and saying they can't pay their bills or they need their phone bill money. That's not my case, all right? Any dollar from here on out that I receive, whether it's ads on long forms, I'm gonna go fishing, I'm gonna buy worms, I'm gonna spend money. I'll collect cans, buy some worms, I'll collect some worms myself. Gas, I'm an angler, all right? I'm addicted to fishing with or without YouTube. So I'm gonna spend money on fishing. So literally, yeah, it's to my, any dollar goes to my retirement fund. It's not to pay my cell phone bill. It's not for gas. It's not for, it's to literally every dollar to a retirement fund. Literally. I want to be debt-free fully, and that includes everything overhead. Debt-free. Heat and hydro, fine. People got to pay that. Phone bill, fine. So I'm just being honest. I'm not out to be like, oh, because there's people out there that try to get donations when, you get what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, Steel City, there you go. Retirement fund, 100%, man. Yeah, 100%. All right, so more weight. Now, if we inspect this other one, like I say, I was throwing it yesterday in fast-moving water. It looked so cool. Guys, I could cast it out and just hold on to my rod, and I could see it out there spinning. Spinning just fine. It caught fish in the fall. But in fast-moving, flooded waters, as I reeled, it wanted to come up. It wanted to come up, which is fine. You got tons of debris, you got tons, so it's good for the tackle box, but it's to market for when it's to be used, kind of idea, right? Calm water, fine, you can let it drop, start spinning, the pike are gonna hit it. But and like I say, I didn't have any of the small double blade spinners with me yesterday because they were at home. So I can't see the chat. So I'm gonna throw it on my computer here. So I'm just gonna make adjustments to it, make heavier ones. Man, I think that's the highest the Grands. I mean, the Grands come up. You see that on the news and stuff? What's going on with the Grand River? And I checked out, creeks are flowing. Creeks are flowing. Oh, what's up, Raph? 1 second, dude. Sometimes I'll get a notification that I'm live, but I didn't get one. Alright, here we go. You gotta watch the ad, because that ad, anything I get from it goes from my retirement. Alright. Rob, what's up, dude? Going to feed fish? Oh, yeah. Right on. Jay Fishing in the house. Said hi already. Steel City, what's up? I answered your question, if that was a question or not. David, right on, brother. Hope your week's well. Hope hockey's going good. And don't want to miss anybody. And I said hi to Raph, right? It's going to be a slow start. I'll go fishing, but I always get skunked because I'm fishing areas that are so close to roads, technically, or not far off, or transfer between one road and another, or whatever. A lot of things are flooded out. There's no food, so there's no, even those little, planktons and stuff, they get cooked. They get cooked with the runoff. They do. They get cooked. That's what it does. It cooks it. Apparently. So your planktons, your little tiny things, nothing's around. There's not a minnow in sight. There's no, I don't know. That was yesterday though, but that'll change. It'll all of a sudden change. Sometimes I can go fishing. That's why I didn't rush to go live, and I was doing a lot of moving yesterday, a lot of driving. Boom, 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 fish move, fish move, fish move. So I'm not going to go live doing that, right? That's the only reason why I didn't go live yesterday. Too much booting around. But you know what? I looked up, still had light in the sky, 7 o'clock, man. That was odd. So 7:53 now. Okay, like it's dark. It's dark, but like the dusk of dark. Like it's just gotten dark out there now, really. Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming in. Oh, grab it then. Who cares? Who cares? No one cares. Got a laundry basket behind me. It's a laundry room, hangout room, fish room. 6 people live here, so there's bedding going on. There's laundry. I appreciate you coming in. All right. So I was thinking on throwing, just like I do those little heavy ones, one of these tungsten skull head weights. You know, I gotta take these somewhere that I can distinctively tell what metal we got here. I have Outfish Ontario magnets out, so tungsten. I gotta, because I buy this stuff. I bought this. This is from another spot of the world, like whatever. But it's advertised tungsten. Same with these. Same with these beads I'm using. They're advertised. I order them as tungsten beads. But I was looking at the main package that comes in them, and nowhere on the package it says tungsten or 100% something. So I'm like, I could be buying something that's false advertised as tungsten. Hey, you buy a piece of gold or something from the wrong place, it might be fake, So I'm hoping that these are tungsten and it's not a fake deal, but I gotta get them. I gotta get it checked out technically, because how can I prove that these skulls? How do I prove they're tungsten? How do I know for myself even? Like that's all. So I think we're gonna throw one of those on there. They do have weight to them. I didn't, Raph. I haven't been that busy. I mean, I will check it out. I haven't seen any of your new videos, Raph. I can only be honest, and I got the bell set to your channel, dude, 100%. I can show you now. As you saw, I was getting to your uploads there. I didn't get no notifications, okay, if I did, I get like 200 notifications, and I didn't scroll down all the 200. Because if your phone's sitting there and the YouTube notification pops up, right? And you're working or you're this, and then maybe your spouse calls you, or you get a call from somewhere, you open your phone, you answer it. If you don't go back, open YouTube, Click on that thing and scroll down and see what time the notifications came at. You're gonna miss people's stuff, which is bummer. People miss my stuff like that too, guaranteed. So I apologize there. What's up, What's that, Whitney? How you doing? Every metal? Yeah. Okay, thanks, John. Yeah. Because, you know, I don't sell these or anything like that, but I'd like to know what I'm buying that says it's tungsten is tungsten kind of idea. All right, so all right. I need a small scale. Like I say, guys, if you see me with crappy shoes on, it's not because I'm completely broke. It's just I'm not willing to buy shoes. Does that make any sense? Or a little scale to weigh these. It's not that I'm completely broke. I don't want to spend that money on a small scale. Boom, we're back. See? Jeez, eh? All right. There we go. We're at one person. We got 16 likes. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. So appreciate that. 16 likes in the house. Hey, funny you mentioned that, Rob. So, like, you know these watersheds I fish in, eh? There is no deep water. So, where do they go from there? There's a couple springs, but not necessarily in deep water. So, honestly, like, we're talking a couple feet, they might have the odd little spot. We're talking lots of fish that can be caught in another spot of the season. And technically, no connecting lakes, like, big time, that they could easily travel through without a dam and things like that. Like a dam that they cannot get through. Maybe some baby fry get over after they spawn in one of the lakes, but where do they go? Now, there is some, you know what aqueducts are, right? I know we live in a different climate, or the climate's pretty close, but we're across the pond. So, like, the landscape and watershed could be different, right? Go into the mud and silt. Like, see, like, all the catfish would do that. But, like, I mean, you think the pike do that? All go dormant? All of them? Or do you think that there's a potential possibility that, trust me, like, I was always told by this old timer, and it's part of my watershed. It's a spring hole, but again, the pond that the spring hole's in is not deep. Like, we're talking not deep, but there's a hole in it, like a well, like out back of the back 40. I don't know if you guys have this there, but anywhere here, a well. If I paid money, I could have a well drilled. There's water, rivers. There's under our ground. It's all water, like, right? Water channels, ducts. When they do the quarries, they blast through rock, open up a new waterfall and creek. Then they pump that water out and up elsewhere. I have this hunch that these fish are going into the wells, like down the spring, and they're down in there. And I think the runoff, they don't get affected by the runoff and the chloride in the water and the dirt and everything from the whatever. And I think, like, even like your planktons and stuff, they're down there. So any minnows or anything would be down there too, or anything. So the fish are always going to go to the larger food. Like, I could be out to lunch here, man. Don't get me wrong. I could be wrong 100%. But I'm sure, have we ever searched on YouTube, and I swear I've heard this, that people do catch fish in wells, right? A well in the back of your country yard, drop your line down in there, people catch fish, I think. If anyone, what's up, squirrels, bro? You had a bad rainstorm? You know, we had rain, but not like torrentials. The grounds and things are just unleashing water, kind of, even though our water levels are real low besides the runoff besides the creeks and rivers. But the initial lakes, like Great Lakes, are so low. Like the Great Lakes system, so low. Unbelievably low. A boat launch posted a story today in Long Point. And And I'm looking at it, and his dock there, and he's just talking about as soon as the ice is cleared, he's opening. Like, oh, the launch will be open, and he's got the price worked out and everything. But like, I launched there 15 years ago even and stuff. I've never seen this low of water. Never seen it this low. And it's the melt time. We just had ice out, even though the ice got blown out, and it'll head work its way to Lake Ontario because it blows down through Lake Erie, goes over the falls. A lot of it melts fast, believe it or not. Like, it does melt pretty quick. But it works its way out. St. Lawrence, that ice is heading to the ocean technically, if it allows it to. Gathered, oh, you're saying, oh, well, oh, I see what you mean. So in this case, shallow creeks, that water warms up, the sun hitting on that shallow water. Because you know what? I touched water yesterday, and to me, it was not freezing water. Like, it was not as cold as I thought it would be. I know I'm just touching it and playing around and grabbing things. I was surprised. Like, the water wasn't as cold as I thought. I didn't have a temperature thing to check the temp. It could have been 39 for all I know, or 40. Bang on the money, or 39 or 32 or 35. Who knows, right? What do you mean there, Raph? I missed you there, buddy. I know there's just a cycle, and these fish have a cycle. Eventually, all these fish that I think are down in these wells, or where the food is, and where the where the plankton is, where the little organisms are. Because from what anyways, we'll go ahead with that tungsten on this one, and then the other one, we'll make another one in a row, like another body pretty much right in a row. And we won't put a tungsten on that one. Then it would normally, smart, Steel City, smart, way down in the ground, smart. Yeah. Yeah, because you know I'm fishing springs and spring waters and stuff. Most definitely, Steel City. Agree with you, because the water did not feel like water in a puddle out front of my house. It was warmer, big time. But a lot of water has been unleashed, and you think of the melt, and when the snow melted to when this water went up, and I'm just like, okay, because I believe the ground is absorbing water. It's not like they're talking, you hear the radio and they're like, oh, with this rain and the ground's frozen. The ground isn't as frozen as I can go grab my shovel and dig a hole out in the garden right now. So what are they saying? It's a foot down, then only the top surfaced. I don't know. I think yeah, you should. Yeah, it got higher than that. I saw a post from Brantford today, like by the casino there. I've seen it at that high. Like, I was like, that's not that high, because when I was a kid, I lived near there. And I used to fish it, man. Almost got abducted. That's why, that's how long I've been fishing by myself for. Like, just young kid, should be in school. Skip and go fishing. I don't recommend that to anybody. Do you? Did me. What's up, Lorraine? Before it gets too cold there? Yeah, winter's coming, eh? Fall? I guess you'd be in fall now, right? Appreciate you coming in. We're going to go 2 of these beads. I already added another tungsten to the bottom. I don't want this spinner to be too long. Man. Should I only go with the 1 gold bead on this? You want to wait, right? So the other one I made, I went 1 weight, then 1 weight on top of that. I already removed tons of buoyancy by removing 2 of them. Let's see here. Just throw one of these on here. Oh, and then I can have both of them with me and cast both of them. But like I fished with that other one in the fall, but in calm weather. See, I don't like that. The bead is too big. Like the initial. Oh, wait a minute here. You know what? One bead's fine. But this needs to be. I think this is. I think I ordered them at 6 mil. I think I need a 4 mil of these. And I think these are the 6 mil as well. Maybe 5 mil? I don't know. So. Probably. I don't know. I'm not too sure. That might be what it is. You tell us. Head pin. So that's what it is, and it's got one loop on the side. When I find this stuff, I just search these sites, bait making, homemade lure making, stuff comes up. So is that what this would be? Same idea, or? Oh, okay, surgical steel, all right. You know what I did wrong? I gotta pull this off. I gotta flip this upside down so then the bead sits on this better, because these are for throwing through a hook and making that be in your fly head, or you know, that's what those are for. Hang on. Yeah, not like this. And the idea is so the bead sits in there a little better. That's better. Where it kind of sits in the cup a little bit, and then one on top of it. You know what I didn't want? I only wanted to use these ones for those dream catcher baits, which I'm going to use those with a bobber yet, in open water and stuff. They'll catch fish. I'll dock fish with them and stuff like that. But I really don't really like this on this. It's coming off. Taking that off. Those aren't for these types of spinners. Now I already reduced buoyancy by taking the 2 beads off. That, or I need to get bigger tungstens for these and leave this the same size and just go with a heavier tungsten, a larger size. The tungstens are 4.6 mil apparently. So if I went to like a 5.6 mil or even a 6 mil, it'd match that. It would have to be heavier, right? But I'm on a kick to like to know if I'm actually, if this is tungsten or not, you know? The beads. What's up? What's up? Making a spinner bait. So here, I'll show you this one, and I fished with this yesterday. Now I was fishing really flooded, fast current, turbulently water, and like water that'll change, currents will come in and be swirling, like literally swirls. And I found it just wanted to come up a little bit. I used this in the fall. It did really well in real calm water, like calm, cast her out, start reeling it in. I found with these buoyancy beads, it gave like a slow presentation with a decent spin, with a spin, but slow, like I could just pull it slowly. And the pike hammered it. One saw it from a mile, like not a mile away, but come out from nowhere, and I was almost at shore, and then 2 casts later I hit another one. But that was right before we got the snow and ice, pretty much. So I tried this yesterday, but so I'm trying to take some buoyancy off of it so it's less. The plastic beads there are buoyancy. They're glow in the dark, which is cool, but trying to make one that in the fast current, a larger spinner in a fast water, it won't. Awesome for top water, awesome for shallow fishing where there's a lot of trees and branches. I lost a spinner yesterday. I can only tell you the truth. I lost 2 spinners yesterday. Yeah, just cause for one, I cast it over a fence at one of the spots I was at. My bad. The fence was like submerged in the water, and it was just sticking out like 6 or so inches. And I'm like, no, I really wanted to catch a fish. And this spot, I normally don't fish past the fence. I stopped there, and I'm like, all right. And I casted it out. First cast over the fence. I go nice long cast. Nothing hit it. But I screwed up because my plan was just to, before, get it to the top of the water, pump it over that fence. Sure enough, I hit the fence. So I lost one that way, and then literally I just got snagged, and probably on a tree. Real flowing water in a hole. But that's what happens. You win some, you lose some. Right? Yeah, same here. I love fishing. Everybody in the chat appreciates fishing in the outdoors as well. Yeah, thanks, squirrels. I fished with it. There's a video. Is there a video or a short? Anyways, I fished with that. I made those late in the year. I normally don't make baits all year long, right? I'm throwing even another tungsten on here. So to me, that's a lot of body. I don't know. It kind of looks out of place, doesn't it? We're gonna go with it. I can't go any wrong. And worst case scenario, I don't like it, I can clip it with side cutters and remake it to something else, or it's gonna work anyways. I appreciate you coming in. Feel free to hit the like there. What do you want me to call you? Marie? What's your name, dude? A small bullet weight, Steel City? Bullet weight, a small bullet weight. You could do that. You know, I've been watching all these studies, Steel City, on copper. And copper in the water, and like a spinner with the copper blade, apparently it's conducting something. And they say fish are tacted. Have you seen any of this? I haven't done the research on it. We can do it shortly and pull it up on here or something. But did you see this talk about copper spinners, talking about conduction and why fish attack copper? So you see any of that, dude? It is interesting. I don't know, maybe Steel City's typing, but anybody want to look that up? Why do fish attack copper? There's a lot of talk about it right now. It's great for fishing, yeah. 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 But apparently, science is trying to, I just overheard it, and I'm like, oh, I gotta search that, right? I gotta search, I've been like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And then I haven't searched it, but I came across it twice. Two different, I do. Yesterday I didn't because I was immobile, so we just had ice out and water leaf. A lot of road runoff areas, a lot of just runoff. It's kind of, the fishing's always tough, and I was doing a lot of moving around, spot to spot, driving, so it wasn't a good. And I can't believe that I come across that patch duckweed, and I figured out the source. And I feel, because duckweed, people have an outside koi pond. They think duckweed is great, but if there's a creek running over here, odds are you're gonna invade anywhere that water goes of duckweed. So it's the ponds. Am I wrong? Dude, I know. We just had ice out, and it's alive and well. We had that sunny day, 20 Celsius and sun. Boom. Or two middays, and then boom. Like normally, it's so weird because duckweed has a season. I don't run into duckweed in December. Late November, I stopped seeing the duckweed. So how am I seeing duckweed this fast? You'd think it takes a little bit of, the tulips come up, and it's so weird, man. So weird. Yeah, I do. And that's what I prefer to do, is live fishing. And that's the only reason why I didn't go live yesterday. That's why I didn't go, and because the fishing isn't the hottest right now. It's weird. See, this is a new order of tungsten beads, and they came in the same package. I bought them from the same buyer. They just, or seller. They just seem different a bit. Same size. Man. Alrighty, what did we do for these? Weight and a red bead. That's what we'll do. Weight and a smaller red bead. The red bead will sit in there nicely. Thanks, I seen it. Squirrels come off. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I want that truck to last me forever, dude. Like, I mean forever. Like, forever. I don't care, like 20, 30 years is an old truck. If I can still get parts for it. Dude, I don't need no Tajma, nothing. No, man, I want that truck to last me forever. And that's why I take care of it. The rust, mechanically, oil changes. I only have warranty on that truck for another, like, month. And then that's it. I've used up my extended big warranty I bought on it. But yeah, no, I love the truck, and anything, if one day I gotta do motor work or something, I'll do it. I don't need nothing fancy or special. That is fancy and special, but I'm saying to me it is. But like in 20 or 30 years, I don't need nothing fancy or I don't need the upgraded model. I don't need freshwater, because we're too far from the ocean here. I'd love to fish the ocean. I'm in like central Canada, along the U.S. border, Canada-U.S. border. But smother the surface? Well, I was thinking about this another way, Lorraine. It can be a good thing too, because some people might not be able to catch fish or have the right supplies when they show up and there's duckweed. It can, even if you're running topwater weedless, duckweed does get it all into the lure, and I believe duckweed can protect the fish, less UV hitting the water, and the duckweed eats. So I don't know, but I figure I found the source of the duckweed, and I don't know if these people had a pond bubbling all winter long. It might have been like a big pond. Love to own their property, man. I'd love to, but I feel something's going on there. They do have a fountain I can see from a distance, from where I can get to fish that. So I figure they supplied the duckweed, which is fine. Anybody can go have a pond and buy duckweed and everything else. It's totally fine. I'm not saying that, but I think that's the source of the duckweed, which is far out. There's the body, guys, done. So quick and easy. That's a number 6 blade. It's a number 6, I think. It's a number 6. Yeah. That's not a 5. That's a 6. Definitely it is. I just had to think about it for a minute. I think the ones I've been looking at buying are number 5s, the next size. And then I'd like to buy like 8s. For just making a couple of big musky lures. Thanks, bot. I appreciate you. Hey, if you're uploading any content, I'll check your channel out. And feel free to, yeah, leave a comment on a short if you have any content, and we can check out your channel. Alright, so this is pretty much finger length. That's what I do with this. We got the split ring pliers. We'll tie the bucktails on it at the end. I'm going to make a couple bodies, and I think I'm happy with this. Okay, when you look at it up close, that egg, glow-in-the-dark egg, might look out of place. It might. We've got to fish with it and see how it looks that way, but let's see here. Hang on a minute. Let's get that same view I had there. Like, look at the glow on that bead. And that glow lasts quite a long time after giving it some charge. I think in mercury, you never know. Spinning blade, little egg, boom, glowing, boom, fish on, right? But I wish we were one size smaller or one size bigger on the beads, just to balance that out a bit. But the bead might catch the water better. And like the water when you're fishing with a spinner, I always believe the water's running through all these holes in the beads. The water is like, everything's a drag, right? Like dragging, like a drag, anything, aerodynamics, but in the water, kind of, right? And obviously this isn't aerodynamic. That's why you get the spin, right? You're putting something on there to catch drag. But everything else, water runs through too. Like I believe that, but so everything is can change the sound slightly of how it sounds, I think, running through the water. That feels a little heavier, I guess. And I just took off 2 buoyancy floating beads. Actually, do they float? Do they float? I don't even know if they float, but I think they do. They do get buoyancy. And that's a solid hole through them. All right, I'm just gonna throw it in the aquarium. So that's the thing, it doesn't float. It doesn't float. It dropped right to the bottom. Looks good. It looks white. It looks like a white egg on the bottom. Huh. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, his channel was made today. Okay, just created. Okay. Right on. Thanks, Steel City. Thanks. Where are you from? Mir? Whereabouts are you? Where are you from? You don't have to tell me that neither, bud. But... oh, right on, dude. Cool. Welcome in. Welcome in. Bro, where are you chatting from? You don't want... Nice. Okay. Nice, bro. Sweet. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining us in here. Just created today, eh? How'd you come across the channel? Just on a feed or on the live feed? Just cool. Welcome in. Make yourself at home, bud. Everybody's cool in here, and yeah, cool. Nice. Because of course, Mir, we've had other folks that will come in that have another channel that we know already, and they're just kind of, because me, I have a stealth channel. Can you guess the name of the channel? It's not stealth. It's just another channel that I have. Whatever, right? Everybody knows my stealth channel, but it's it's kind of funny, right? It's not too stealthy. Well, it kind of is actually. It's not. It's so funny. What's going on there, Colin? Getting ready for the fishing season or what? How you doing, Colin? All right, so I'm gonna go with the just shy of my 2 fingers. That might sound like a lot. And you put it right above those fingers. This is the heavier grade of wire. I have 2 grades of this. That's gonna be a bit much. I'm gonna come down not even a full eighth, because you lose some on the wrap. Measuring that, it'd be 3/8 of an inch to the center of this. So I'm gonna try, which I had it figured out. Look, I make them the same every time. All right, 3/8 of an inch. Let's try it. Just like that. You could literally keep doing that and make a spring. But I just do it a little bit to get it, you know. And then I finish it off like this. Done deal. And that's it. Nothing special, but it's pretty cool still. Cool. So then, like, there's our finished eye. Let me trim off the excess there, and we should be saving all this excess because technically it can be used for something. And after I clip it, which since I've been using the smaller side cutters, I don't even feel that at all on my finger. Like, so there's no sharp edge or nothing. That's our loop. And that's the stock loop. Like, I wish the stock loop was exactly like my loop. And I could make my loop thicker like that, but it doesn't need to be, right? I think that's your, here we go. Nice body on this, and we know it's gonna spin. Took off some buoyancy, even though they sink, but going through the water, a light bead like that on there, I find with 3 in a row and the heavy current, reeling it in, it's almost, I see it coming up too much, which I like my bait down a bit more in some spots, so that's what this is for. And then these other ones, of course, we've tied these together, guys. Which I got a bunch of these tied now. Steel City owns one of these. I gotta send a little. I went to buy the little plastic kits because I want to give offer. King's got to give me his address. Paul's way, I know I can see him, but I'm ready to make a couple friends. You know. But these here, now they're a weighty jig, and they're specifically made for throwing in fast-moving current water with the double blade spinner, which this would have been cool to use yesterday. And then, you know, it's a smaller bait. I mean, you still catch a pike on this. Nope, obviously. I mean, small hooks, it doesn't, you can still, but getting a snag or getting into a tree or getting into anything with this smaller hook, it's actually a benefit. You can kind of, it'll rip off things easier, technically. These big ones, man, these hooks I used here on these are sharp hooks, man. You gaff into a big lug, you're really gaffing into it, and that's that much more you got to try to, man, these ones here. So I wish I had these baits with me yesterday, because where I was fishing, pike are open till March 31st. I'm going to catch and release anything I catch anyways, but soon, like at the end of March, that's it. Everything's closed for the next thing that, besides your catfish and your bottom fishing, so that's what it is. It's casting out, it's doing the sucker runs, it's focusing on suckers and catfish, panfish. I mean, you can go for white perch, crappie, you can go for perch still, like all those species, because they don't have an actual closed season, but that's what's going to be. Sucker run, soaking baits, shooting the crap. Fun. That turned out perfect. What do we got there? So it's like 3/8 of an inch. You see that little bit? You want that that little bit to, right? You don't want it tight, but you don't want too long of a, you'd rather more length than being too tight to all your beads and stuff. Obviously for free spinning and stuff like that. Rudy, there you are, bud. How you doing? Good to see you, dude. What's up there, Alfred? Good to see you. Yeah, Mayhem, Miracles. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, it is. You have family out that way, right? It is. I don't know what's different, but some areas looks like it's the most water I've ever seen, but then I've seen more other areas that were fuller. The Cayuga Park is flooded. The trailers they're up to their, the park where we fished at night before. People in here have been there. I think everybody in here has probably been at that spot at nighttime. All that area is underwater, that. And then up, when I don't know if you guys got a view there, there's some trailers and like small cottages. Well, the water's like this deep up to them. And that's far up. Like that water's got to come way up to get above that point. That water is high. So like that moose spot, I can go there and check out the water and watch the flow. I can't fish at that exact spot. I have other spots that I can fish along there, but that is, the water's right up past on the land, probably 5 feet up, which last spring it was like that for a bit. It might even be higher than that, but that's what I mean. It's like the river's weird. So you guys know Steel City, are you there? And a lot of people that we fished last. Rudy, happy birthday. It's your birthday, dude? Is it Rudy's birthday? Yeah, happy birthday, Rudy. Thanks, Mir. What do you want us to call you, bud? Is that fine? Your YouTube name? Nice, Rudy. Thanks for coming in on your birthday. I appreciate that. And awesome, bud. Hope you've had a great day. I should book my birthday off. I should do that, guys. I should book my birthday off when I go to work tomorrow. Actually, I don't. I got an app. I can book it off from here. Request the vacation request is what I can do. I think my birthday might fall on a Monday this year. More the reason to take the day off. We'll go fishing. And anybody who doesn't know, my birthday falls in between trout opener and bass opener. It might be closer to trout opener, or it might be closer to bass opener. So let some folks know. What's up there, Jackson? Thanks for coming in, bud. Good to see you, dude. All right. Boom. Body done. There's a spinner body done. So we have three-way. We have split rings, and we have hooks to tie dressed hooks. So we'll do that. But let's make another body exactly like this. I know this one's going to work a lot better. Garden, thanks very much, brother. I appreciate you. See there? Garden. He's donates to my retirement. Shout out to the channel members. Steel City. Shout out to Steel City, Paul's Way. Daniel, haven't seen him. Maybe he'll stop in. Or no. Did he tell me during the week we probably won't see him? I think he's working night shift. Every other member, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Steel City, 14 months. Woo! Yeah, bro. Yeah. 7, you membered up. You must have been a member. So what it happens is if you membered up previously, so when you stop being a member, and then you be a member again, it'll actually include your other months from before, bro. You must have either been purchased member or was gifted member at some point. So it'll do that. I noticed that. Even like, cause I member channels and then I member, shared around a little bit. You know, that's what I'll do. and I think everybody probably does a little bit of that. So yeah. Yeah. For sure. Garden, for sure. It probably has been 7 months, dude, actually. No, garden, it has been 7 months, bro, already. I bet you. We were fishing the Grand River still when you membered up, so for sure, Garden. Thank you very much. 7 months membership. Thank you very much, Garden. Yeah. Thank you, brother. I'm waiting. Dude, did you put your stuff on public? Because, like I say, there's membership money sitting right there for you, Garden. I was hot because I know I've been busy and doing stuff, so I missed a bunch of your, like a few of your lives. I even double checked, like last night I went, the night before I went, to make sure that I'm not missing notifications because I've had time. I haven't been helping. Last night I had the night off. I'm not helping family now. I'm done. Unless they need something, they'll call me. I'll stop by and whatever. But I'm literally just working my metal shop and at the home with the family here and fishing, man. So I've been checking the last couple. Well, Garden, please, bro. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. So that's not quite 7 months, but before that, like I noticed that's what it'll do. So okay. So if I rejoin a membership right now to a channel that I'm not haven't been membered to for a couple months, just cause splitting it up and stuff like that. Um, yeah, Garden, I'm doing good, bro. Of course, man. Thank you. Yeah, bro. I mean, yeah, man. I'm alive and well. Furnace is running, man. I don't know, man. I'm good, bro. Appreciate that. I have a job to go to every day that I'm very thankful of. You know. Whatever, right? Fishing season's coming, bro. So we've had the snow melt. We've had the ice out. We're gonna see cold again. We're gonna see snow. We'll probably see a dumping on snow. We'll probably still see where we get blanketed of snow yet, but it'll melt fast. I could be wrong, I could be right. I'm sure we'll get a snowstorm yet this year. But it's initially grass, there's no snow anywhere. I think at my work, we had piles from them clearing our parking lot, like, and they're down to like 2 feet high or something like that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it. Fixing your clutch, are you? My truck needs $3 grand of maintenance. I tell you, that's honestly, it does. I know the feeling, man. My truck needs money. See, it had a brand new front end on, like ball joints, everything, tie rods, shot, everything. 3 years ago. My truck's knowing. You search it up. From what I've searched, it's knowing for front end. So I'm wondering, am I gonna put a new front end, like completely not front, like under parts, every 3 years or so? Maybe. But the money I'm talking is only a little bit of brakes is involved in that maintenance money. But if there's some front end stuff, because it's just not feeling as tight. I don't know. We had a hard winter, man. Winter's hard on our vehicles up here, bro. It is. You can keep them cleaned off. You can keep them from rusting. It's hard. The winters are hard. Frozen steel and bushings, and man, it's. Paul's Way, what's up, bro? Appreciate you. Just shouted you out. Anyways, good to see you here, bro. Yeah, it's been for sure. And I think today it's gonna go back to negative. Huh? Someone was telling me -17, just for a night. It's gonna be like just nothing. The lights over again. Nothing like that. You get a dumping, it'll melt. All right. Paul's Way, we just made, so I fished with this yesterday in like a lot of current, a lot of flood. We're talking rapids. And I found the rapids, it wanted to push this spinner up. Not to the point where it wouldn't respond, like to the point where it's just a little more buoyant than I'd want it to be. Like, you know, not enough weight on there or whatever. You know, I fished this in the fall. Pikes seem to like it. But that's what the 3 beads, they don't float. Those beads don't float. They drop to the bottom of the aquarium. But when this is flowing through, the larger size and they are light, it slows it up in the water. And I just found it wanted to come up on me, you know, like in that flow. So you need something that's, so we just did some adjustments. I went down to 1 glow in the dark and added 1 extra tungsten on there, if they're tungsten. Talked about that too. I order this stuff on the package, nothing says tungsten when they come. Are they tungsten or not? I gotta find out. And someone was saying a jewelry, Paul, I think John C was saying that a jewelry, any jeweler could check them out and figure out what they are. So I'd be curious to know if I'm getting sold tungsten or not. Not saying there is, but you know, a lot of that stuff is buying on these sites and overseas and stuff. I'm not saying factually I'm being sold something because I don't know. I'd just like to know. Good old Barton. What do you mean, Colin? Oh, yeah, what, the roads? The roads? Roads everywhere, yeah. The roads in my little town are real. It's a swamp, man. It's in a my village where I live in, the actual village, like, it's a swamp. It's a swamp. Like this. So roads, I don't know. The roads are bad. Winter's hard on the roads everywhere. I think every city, but. And a lot of Hamilton is a swamp. It is. It's a swamp. Am I wrong? Anybody correct me if I'm wrong. What is it? Carbide tooling for... Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, Paul, how's that going? Have you got everything, you got the lathes fired up and they're... got them operational? You picked up some tools and that, and if you got something spinning on one of them lathes now? Waterfall capital of the world, yeah. So roads, you think roads, they were all built up with things and like, man, gravel trucked in now, but not really now. Like, I don't know, but yeah, it's it's land of rivers, yeah. What's going on there, Dave? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Turned into sewers. Yeah, that's sad. But I think hopefully they've stopped that now. But yeah, we're turned originally, yeah. They were concrete around it and called sewers. You know, like some of these buildings, like where my work moved to. You know, there's a drainage pond that isn't collecting water, but there's a trough along the, you know, the bay doors or whatever, right? There's a river that's, you look on Google Maps, and the other, it used to run right through our property, works property, right? I think they failed on rerouting it or moving it. Because now, and like really, there's like a storm pond that I checked out last year. I don't think it's going to collect water. It's got the long grassies, the pondish, but no water. Like, it's not Catherine water. The creek is either down below that and running wherever, but then on top, that creek does not want to leave nature. It's every time it rains, when we had the melt, so every morning it was an ice patch, perfect creek on top of the concrete, and it runs to the trough drains, you know? So then on those trough drains run where? Into obviously wherever they rerouted that creek to. And then you know where it goes. It ends up at the top of the Red Hill, for sure. I don't know, I think that was a bit of a fail on the rerouting of the creek there, because now it's pain in the butt for, well, it's going to be hard on the asphalt concrete. This trough drain to me is going to get way too much overworked. Eventually that trough drain will get plugged up, right? Eventually, at some point, it will plug. Am I right? And then that's going to fill up. There's going to be a lake there, like a pond. G? Yeah, so what, is it April 1st you can fish again, G? In like April 1st? But there's probably still ice on, right? You're further north than us. You said what? Water come 4 to 1. What do you got here? Season opens. Oh yeah, April 1st. Yeah, 4:01. Yeah. Oh, nice, bud. Nice. Yeah. Oh, hip waders, you say, eh? Oh, I need a new pair of hip waders, guys. But I think I'm gonna put a vinyl patch on the ones I have, because the knee in mine is just a little worn. Dude, guys, I'm not spending money. I'm hip waders, eh? I do need a new pair of hip waders. Alright, I'll check those out. So the ones you buy, G, are they Flex Seal? Yeah. Well, honestly, I got this tent patch for my small Rapala. I got a slice in it like this a long time ago. I went and bought Deep Woods or John Woods. John Woods has a tent vinyl patch. I put one on one side of the slice, one on the other. Man, it's held up for years after that. I think the first or second year that happened to my small ice hut. What's up, Northern? Good to see you, bud. Doing good. I hope you're doing good too, bro. So I think, I don't know if in the drawer I have a pack of those patches where I didn't use everything I got. That'd probably work for my hip wader. Boom. It's just the knee. Just slowly after a bit, you feel the water. Just feel a bit of water in there. They're not, I don't know. We'll see. I gotta find a lot of pop cans or beer cans to get hip waders. What do you think? 8:54. You think there's worms out there tonight, Steel City? Yeah, there might be. You know, there might be. I've gotten worms as low as like +1. +1 in rain in like November. I've gotten worms. On some of the, yeah, you need worms for suckers, yeah. Oh, last year I got till July 1st not buying worms, or July 1st weekend, or the following week after the long weekend. Garden, it's kind of not. Like, we saw beautiful, even today, popped outside quick for a second on my lunch today. It was pretty warm. Yesterday I felt humidity and then 20, but yeah, at nighttime, it's 5 Celsius, so 5 Celsius in Fahrenheit or whatever, degrees Fahrenheit, what is that? It says we're 5, just over 0. But yeah, it's cooling back down. Tomorrow is only a high of 3. 40 maybe, yeah. But it had been. We'd seen 70 the other day, over 7. Like we've seen, it's warming up. We're gonna get those warm blasts from the state, from you guys, and that's what we're looking forward to. Still freezing, yeah, but that's okay, man. Well, we're gonna get a couple of days of cooler weather, but then we're gonna be like, see, it says +5 now, stuff like that, up to like +9, so 40, 45. That's okay. The sun's warm, man. Too. So like sun rays, if it gets sunny, like tomorrow it's 3, but full sun apparently. The sun rays, man. It says it's 3 on the thermometer, but it feels really warm. So that's hitting the creeks, it's hitting the waters. Steel City, did you have a look at, have you been able to have a look at the harbor or Princess Point today, yesterday? Is the ice out there fully? A lot of warm spring waters rushing down into there. Princess Point should have cleared out, maybe. Yeah, I fished yesterday, Garden. The Steel City's fished a bunch of times. It's all open now, eh? That's good. That's good, that's good. Alright, so the sun can beat on that water. Once the ice cubes, like the ice cube, picture this. Okay, you got to drink water, you take warm water, sunny or not, you put ice cubes in there, it's making that water cold. So first things first, it's clearing all ice, which sounds like it's happened fully. Lake Erie even cleared itself ice. There's probably icebergs and stuff, Lake Ontario, Lake Erie, like, you know. But it's amazing how once the waves get moving around and just, man. As of last weekend? Oh, yeah, because it's already Wednesday. So you're saying the weekend that just passed, eh? Yeah, because I remember we talked, was it Thursday last week or something? I know you'd mentioned it was still covered at that point. Gotta head out. All right, appreciate you coming in, Colin. Karen, how you doing? You in? You out? You going? Take care. Did I miss your chatting in here, Karen? I didn't mean to if I did. Oh, there you are. Hello. I got you. Sorry, I'm tunnel visioning out here. Appreciate you coming in, Karen. All right, Colin, we'll see you soon, bro. You too. All right, thanks, Mir. Nice meeting you, bud. Nice meeting you. I get these comments in tunnel vision. I never mean to miss any comments. All right, guys, let's tie this other body, right? We tied only one. How many? We could tie, I shouldn't say tie, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more number 6 spoons still. That's good. Holland Marshes. You guys had a warm up, right? Northern, you guys got slushy and dicey for ice, no? A little bit, like slushy and stuff, and I know there's still people fishing, but and what's the get off the ice time for you guys? Is it the 31st? Yeah, plus 11, yeah. Yeah, nice, nice Garden. Yeah, I'd try one of those. Nothing wrong with those, dude. They're affordable, bro. That's my family's good, Karen. They're good. Everybody's busy. And how about yourself? Everything okay, Karen? Everything going all right? Is a mess of water, yeah. So it's the 31st, eh? As long as people figure the conditions are safe to continue going out. So I think it's the 15th here, down here, if there's ice, but everything's open water. That ice came, and there was some good fishing, but again, I was amazed on how fast the ice went out. So, how good was that ice, really? How good was our hard winter getting the ice to grow, and then it thawed, and then we got ice again in January, and I didn't fish it. That's it, man. Packed it in. Paul Sway said, I'm taking the year off ice fishing, and I thought about it when he said that, and I'm like, you know what? Paul Sway's a pretty smart guy. I was like, you know what? I think I'm taking the year off too. And that's what I did. I think it was the best decision I ever made. As crazy as that might sound. Or the best decision I've ever made in a while. As crazy as that might be. Hey, Paul. Yeah, Paul's way. You know it, Paul. And I was saying, Paul, I stopped by to see about the plastic. Right, and I heard it was a lot of hit or miss for a lot of people that went out. People who went out rapidly did get on fish eventually, but they had times where they went out and they didn't feel they got their worth out of traveling out and going fishing. Alright, so what did we do with that bot? We're going to make it exactly the same. We went 3 so-called tungsten beads. Hey Pierre, thanks for coming in, dude. How you doing? Hey Paul, have you seen pop-ups and heard talk about copper and brass, or they're talking about copper and how the way it conducts, and that fish will strike copper more than something else, because I got to do the research on it, but it's been on. I came across something online about it, and I was like, oh, copper, why? I didn't read it, and I'm like, okay, I'll search that later. That's pretty cool. And then again, I heard it on the radio or something, whether it was the radio or maybe it was... I think so, as crazy as that sounds. The radio mentioned copper and how fish attack copper, and man... So does it like conduct something with the spinning of copper in the water and the... A long time ago. Okay. We can search it up here in a minute. Yeah, just because I'm curious on it. I'm curious on what the whole deal is about what they're talking about. I mean, to me, it's a color and it's a spoon, and it has, obviously, when the sun hits anything or any metal or anything, it's gonna give a, and then of course it has your sound, and they've been brass and copper, or it doesn't rust. They'll corrode but not rust, right? That's why I thought copper and brass were used for fishing lures and for fishing, so they don't rust. But apparently it could be another reason too. Electroculture, good one. That's pretty neat. Electroculture. Yeah. High wind watch in Minnesota. It's stainless steel, and it's cheaper than stainless steel too, right? Easier to manufacture and much cheaper for mass. Yeah, much easier to manufacture them for sure. Pour in molds. There you go. There's your weight. So like you think of MEPS, and over the years of They're little weights with the lines in them. Sometimes they'll be painted red in them. They're all brass, right? Doesn't rust. Yeah, stainless steel doesn't rust, but really, copper doesn't really rust. Same thing with brass, it'll corrode, but with painting, yeah, because I think, yeah, it's a pain with painting. Nice jacket. I appreciate that, Garden. Thanks again. My shirt? Yeah, I got one of these hanging up by the machine I ran today at work. Thought about it later. I looked down. I was like, wait a minute. I have my work shirt on, like my work long sleeve. I'm like, where's my sweater? I guarantee that sweater will be hanging exactly where I left it tomorrow morning at 6. If not, it's on camera. Anyone walked away with that. No one would. No one will. No one will. It's not like that. They'd be like, oh, Justin forgot his sweater. No one would scoff it. It's not like that. Good people there, right? I could probably leave a $20 bill out and come back the next morning and it'll be there. I'd hope that. Anyways, that's the way. Alright, so what did we do? And then we went the 2 weights. So this one we put down this way. Man, I need one of those little tiny scales. 14 people in the house. Appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out. 33 likes. Thank you guys. Canada, eh? Yeah, Canada, eh? Right? Yeah. Whoops. Pressed a button here. What time is it? Ooh, 9:07. I hear my youngest daughter's giving my spouse a hard time there. We'll see what happens. Yeah, likewise, Rudy. Yeah, I appreciate you coming in, and it's always good to chat with you. See how you're doing, and likewise with everybody, right? It's what we do. It's what we do, Rudy. Good community, right? We're missing Lewis, though. Lewis Brown. Maybe he'll pop in tonight yet. He does have access to here. I mean, I think everybody's met me and known me from day one. I've always said YouTube is the only thing I'll ever be on. No Facebook, even the Instagram. No. There's an Instagram account that's active, that's blank, and the other one got whatever. What is it? Compromised? Something like that. So I go with YouTube and YouTube only. I don't do TikTok. If Lewis stopped in, I'd gladly tag his TikTok in here. Hopefully Lewis will go live from YouTube again. I think he can link your go live from YouTube and TikTok at the same time. I've heard that. I don't know if that's true or not, but hopefully he's doing all right. I've been really busy, so yeah, so like, you know, YouTube, you ever get a message from me, unless it's YouTube or from my cell phone, like from you know me, that's other than that, it's not me. YouTube, man. YouTube only. So I know I think Lewis has been active on TikTok, I think. I don't know that because I just, for years, I'm not going to go on to another platform. I'm just not. I've said that. I've just said that from many years ago before a lot of people had YouTube from the YouTube community, or not YouTube, from the YouTube community. I heard because someone had been telling me, oh, so and so has TikTok, and a lot of these YouTube channels also have TikTok. That's why I don't want a TikTok. I don't do TikTok, man. I feel bad because I've thought about. I'm like, oh, I want to see what some people are doing. It's YouTube. I've committed myself. I've said YouTube only. It's the only social media I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah, me neither. I think all that stuff is unsecure. Is a big reason. I think I could be wrong. I'm not knocking them or anything. I could be totally wrong. But I think to me, it's no thanks. And when I say, because I know people that have had issues or whatever, and I'm like, I said to my point, I was like, you yourself told me that. He's like, oh, that's because I did this or that. I don't care. It's not secure, I don't think. Maybe. Anyways. It's kind of silly talk. Sorry about that, guys. Why does this one look different than that? I guess it doesn't. Guess we're good. It's got the same amount of beads on it. All right. All right. There we go. Yeah. YouTube, and that's it. Here we go. So we said the 3/8 of an inch. I think we got that. So we're gonna say that's 8. Let's see. That's rough. Let's see if we end up exactly where we were. Oh. Because I should take a measurement of that. Yeah, that'll be exactly the same size finished. You can want to get an eye for it, I guess, just like anything else. If you're playing with measurements all the time, you're going to get an eye for it, right? Turn to... Yeah, I don't feel that with this. So I could have been, we're okay with this. Let's see. Yeah, we're fine. I don't got to retie it or nothing like that, but I needed to be, we weren't exact there. When I said longer is better than shorter, right? But that still gives us, there is space between the bead and the knot there from the, so I'm fine by not, I mean, it's not far off. Let's see. I mean, but I like this one better, I guess. But this one's fine too. What's better? Who knows? There is the space for everything to move around still. I guess that's really all you need. And it spins good and freely. Like it's still gonna be fine. There's 2 spinner bodies made. Much better with just that one bead. And that one bead will still glow and kind of be somewhat of an attractant, I think. With looping pliers. So looping pliers. These things. I'll make another one up quick. I guess that's what we're going to do tonight is just make some bodies. And shoot the crap a bit. And then maybe tomorrow night. It's because it's not really fishable yet. It's close. I can't go fish for trout. So where are we gonna put these for now? Things aren't totally like the sucker fishing. It's not good to go yet. Let all this run off in salt. Let it clear out to where it's gonna go. Chloride, road dirt, all that stuff. And who knows what else? Like, you know. So just letting that clear out. Everything's still too high, and even my first White Sucker Creek that I'm gonna, you know what I'm talking about. It got higher today. Flowing. Wow, man, it's high, high, real high. One more week, yeah, exactly. Steel City, yeah. But I think I said, come the end of this week, I'm going to be fully rusted up from just going to my metal job. Metal work job. I'm not really doing it. So, like, I'm kind of resting up, working my regular job, and then getting ready for next week. And live, probably stream. I'll stream tomorrow, probably. We're going to have to tie all these, we're going to have to finish these. All right. Yeah, one more week. And even the bite might be a bit slow yet. One more week, and then the week after, I think. The first week of April. I think the suckers will be second week April, right? First and second week April. Really. One fish days. What's that say, Sean? Never heard. I don't know what that means. Do I got any what? I've never heard of that before, bro. Well, thanks for coming in. Right on, Steel City. What was he asking? I don't even know what he was saying. I don't know what that is. Is that a lure? Is that like something we're going to use to tie baits? I don't know what that meant. Jeez. I'm too old or something. I'm not up to date on some of the lingo. All right. In April? Yeah, for sure, right, Paul? Yeah. If you got other things to keep busy with, like me too, whether it's just around the house here and even coming on live, right? Like we are, but... All right. Well, yeah, we're weeks out. But I'm so close. I love the hiking too. That my thing is I love the blue herrings. The blue herrings, right? Oh, what was it? It was the second week of March last year we seen them, Steel City. You got an oh, you're gonna start pouring some weights. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's one thing that's always kept me away. You got to get an exhaust fan, or you got an exhaust fan. Man, part of me thinks that I have an exhaust fan in my garage. You can have. It's good. It's a cheapo. Your basic. I could have got rid of it, Steel City. I don't know. I'll look for it. What's going on there, ATC? Thanks for coming in, bro. Appreciate you. Just tying up some spinner bodies. I was casting. It's a long story. I've said it a couple of times. ATC, welcome in, bro. See how I got the three? They're not. Boy, these don't float, but they're still large and light and buoyancy. They catch the water. So in real strong flow, I found it wanted to push it up in the hard, real current. Like, so I added 1 tungsten and I took off 2 of the beads. Because the beads are adding buoyancy, even though they don't initially float. The size of them and the lightness of them, they're buoyancy as they run through the water. This does work well. Just you want that calmer water, you got lots of trees and stuff like that, you want to keep it above that. This is great for keeping you away from logs, and it's a little more, it's controllable. The fish do like it. Like, I've done well with that. I mean, anything less, the buddy there who invented that 5 of diamonds there, Len Thompson, I mean, that color's been a staple for forever. Like, I mean, it's just one of those. Yellow to me is a staple, and you got red mixed in there. I mean, yellow is a staple color. I've always found that. $50. What'd I miss there? Oh, you have a. I see. I missed that. I missed what? Yes, I'm missing a bunch of the chat here. Well, it's up to anybody how they want to do things there, Northern. It's all good. But yeah, you need an exhaust fan, I think. You know, still, Steel City's probably setting up a nice little area. Oh, you can do that live, Steel City. Maybe Steel City will do that live. Making weights, pouring weights. Alright, let's get tying this here. I call tying it. We're not really tying it. What are we doing? We're twisting. We're manufacturing. Anyways. Feeder weights for carp. Cool. Now, will you also consider doing all different types of weights? I mean, once you're pouring weights and you got the setup for it, you know. You start pouring split shots, obviously I'll get my split shots from you. You know how it is. Yeah, there you go then. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool, Paul. Yeah, that's neat. You're hanging in the sugar shack, are you? ATC. What's up, Locked Up and Dragged? Thanks for coming in. How's it going in beautiful Germany? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, spinnerbait. So these are ones I made in the fall, and they worked. But yesterday I fished like super current water, and I found they were. Oh man, could have done a whole like upload long form on that, explaining. Okay, made these, and I found in the shallow water cast. Get it set up where we can see it. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. Or I might have some footage of it. I know I was, whatever. But anyways, yeah. So we're going this way. Added one more, what's apparently to be tungsten, and I took off 2 of the glow-in-the-dark beads and went to 1, because I think the large plastic beads adds buoyancy. They're not floaty. They won't float, but they definitely still add buoyancy. So I added another weight just so I can see how it reacts different. The water's still going to be up for a bit, and until March 31st I'm comfortable with casting these, because pike I can catch from release in the waters I'm fishing in until March 31st. So I'll get this. I'll make sure this goes in my truck. One goes with me tomorrow in my truck. and then I have one of the other ones in my on my rod right now. So I want to see what I did, add in the one more bead, taking the two. I want to see that difference in that flash flow to see how much of a difference it made. Maple sap, yeah, awesome. It should be a good maple syrup season, because I was looking at the cold nights that even we're getting. This Sunday I might take my kids to the Maple Syrup Festival. The little tiny ones there. And they have, like, there's a bunch of different areas that do it. There's one that you can have like a pancake breakfast, and then you take a tour, and there's like, it's like a museum related, heritage museum kind of thing for old times. Old houses, real old small houses were moved there. It's good for the kids, and they have the whole sap boiled down on an open fire, and you get a little sample, and you can buy maple syrup there. Might do that Sunday. But it should be a pretty good year for it, just because of the temperatures during the day down here, and then the temperatures at night. So it might potentially be the best maple syrup run year that my area has seen in a long time. Heavier wire? Well, there's another thing. I did move up the gauge of the wire too. You're right. Good thinking, Locked Up. Thanks for, bro. Good thinking. I am using this gauge here that's on these are a finer gauge, and I moved up as well. I guess I left that up. This is a heavier gauge wire, dude. So thanks for mentioning that, because you know what, I thought that too. So between the heavier gauge wire and the stuff I did, so part of me locked up. Yeah, it's top 5 there. Old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is the tour I'll go on Sunday, ATC. Okay. Well, it sounds like similar. I know there's a bunch of them, all different. A lot of places will do the. Yeah, it's a good. And would you say sleigh rides? Yeah, same. Place I'll go, it's the same. Horse and buggy ride, sleigh ride, horse and buggy ride. Snow's gone, bro. It'll be muddy as heck there, but they still run it. It's muddy. It's a good time. It's been a couple seasons since we've gone there too. So it's a good thing for our tiny ones to go do. Stimulation, right? There we go. So about 800 trees, dude. 800 trees? And get a nice breakfast too. So brawny, eh? Okay. Well, thanks, David. Maybe we should try a different one. I've never done the brawny one, and that is close enough for us to go to. Oh, cool. see. And you know what I gotta get? Conservation pass. I didn't renew mine. Mine's outdated now. It actually outdated before the fishing season closed. Those are things that you kind of gotta splurge for because you want to be able to go. It lets me get into every conservation area in my area here. Well, not everyone, but whatever. Municipality to municipality. Oh, which areas? Oh no, like the Hamilton one, Hamilton Pass. So Heritage Museum does a decent the sleigh ride. I think they have like homemade ice cream you can watch. I don't know if maple syrup, old school style. All the museum, old homes you can look at, old cotton things, and it's a pretty good one. What's up there, Skipjack Cindy? How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I heard there was another one coming out, Steel City, that was going to cover like, I don't know, someone from the community told me, hey, you didn't mention that to me, right? That they were looking at, there's another one we can get that, or they're looking at. That's going to give us access to all parks, Ontario-wide. I could have swore I heard there was another one that they were coming up with that covered more parks in multiple municipalities. Alright, so we're going to try to match this one a little better than we did the last one. That's about the 3/8, maybe a little greater than 3/8. I gotta just get the exact measurement and make a little kind of guide jig and just roll by that. And that goes for every jig, no matter what, the small ones, the big ones, roughly the same amount you're gonna lose when you. This one's like the first one we did, which normally you just get used to it. You know you're holding it at that same spot all the time. You know what? I'd say it's identical to the second one. Yeah, so it wasn't you that mentioned it to me then. Forget who mentioned it to me, but yeah, I know. So you see what I mean? You add those couple of things up. I said, okay, I'm not spending the money on anything but bills, right? Pretty much, or gas to go fishing or whatever. Should be doing no matter what anyways. Look at the couple of things I just mentioned. It's inevitable, right? That's why. That's why you gotta wear your shoes until they rot off your feet, man. Because no matter what, something's gonna get you. Something's gonna get you to put your. Okay, so I want a Hamilton pass. I want a Niagara pass. That'll cover everything in Hamilton, everything in Niagara. Well, those two passes, that's $300. $300, right? Call it that. You're under $150 each one, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're under $150 each one before you pay the tax on it, you know? Come on, baby. We might have to redo this one. Only because I didn't snip it off tight enough to the, and so I won't say that word, but no, we're okay actually. I don't want to be able to feel anything on that end after I loop it without filing it off and stuff like that, right? That's right, Paul's way. So that's what I mean by that, right? Yeah, and locked up almost anything. So like if we weren't anglers, maybe we'd be photographers, or maybe we'd be, our hobby would be, no matter what, I think it's healthy to go fishing when you're out in nature and all that. But the way I see it is like, if I wasn't fishing, all of a sudden I'm addicted to bowling, and there's me live at the bowling alley every night. We're going bowling, popping off $60 a pop, you know, stuff like that, right? Bowling. I'm due to get out and do some bowling. You guys bowl. I'm sure everybody in here's bowl. Cindy, I think I've seen you guys bowl before. I think you guys have done a stream bowling before, haven't you? I think you have. What's up there, Princess? Good to see you. Good to see you. I think I've seen Cindy and Travis bowl before. I could be wrong, guys. But bowling, that's always fun. Paul's way, you like bowling? If you're there, brother? Not bowling, you guys haven't? Okay, who was that then? But yeah. Ontario Provincial Park Pass. Now, is that the one I'm thinking of, David? Is that a new availability pass? I think, is that the new one they just come out with? Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. You know, ATC, there's a lot of places that are throughout Ontario that have private property surrounding these lakes and rivers. Some cases, some people are stuck to go in conservation areas and don't realize, you know, you got to sniff out the fishing spots that you can legally fish at. Still, get what I mean by that, ATC? So I get what you're saying on the conservation license and how, yes, the initial concept of fishing is affordable. And if you're tight, there's usually like derbies and kid programs where they're giving out a rod and a reel, and there is, you know, accesses to, that one's spinning pretty good. So again, it's just the same one that we've tied already. Thanks for mentioning that, locked up and dragged. You're right. We went from a thinner wire to a thicker wire too. And that could change everything, you know? Just the regular one. Just the regular one. I'll have to search that up, David. Because, you know, that's a lot of parks, you'd think, you know? For fishing costs? Oh, okay. Yeah. Anybody can fish here. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. Oh, that's awesome, David. Okay, thanks, David. So Long Point Provincial Park, even though I like going to the another marina over there and stuff like that, but so that's interesting. So technically, that can, if someone wanted to, they could buy that for $100 and have themselves a Long Point Lake Erie launch pass for the whole year. Interesting. That's so cool, David. I agree with the ATC. I don't know about the Europe cost, but yeah, technically anybody can go fishing. Pier 7, there's a lot of free places, those docks I go down to. There's a lot of free places, actually. There is. France isn't bad. Germany is ridiculous for them wanting money. What are you talking about, like pay lakes or just anything you do? Oh, really, eh? I'll search it up. Thanks for mentioning that, David. And also some camping rights, eh? ATC says. Awesome. Dude. So one of my older ones just got home. Both of my little ones got up. Well, my lady hasn't said. Let's see. It's 9:41, eh? It's alright, man. Kids are wired for sound, man. But I might end the stream shortly and give a hand because I believe they need their sleep for school, which, you know what, we've thought, when they, sometimes one of them will wake up at 2, 3 a.m. wired for sound, stay up, and then go to school. And we're like, should we send them to school? It's wild. Nothing puts them back to sleep no matter what. They're just up. And then we'll get a letter back from the EA or whatever saying, great day. Oh, so happy. Great day. Yep. We're like, oh. Not, oh, had a nap for 2 hours at school. Or, I don't know. Highway 17 in Ontario from, let's say, Sudbury to North Bay. It's all private property, a lot of the places. I don't know, 17's big highway. It goes all the way to, it runs to Ottawa, doesn't it? That'll run from Ottawa, I think, past Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie. Am I right? 17? Does it go all the way to Sault Ste. Marie? Long highway. But in the stretch I'm aware of, hard getting a fishing spot. Even when you pass Nipissing and all that, that's unless you go right into the docks in town. But initially on 17, it's tough. You got to know someone, and they're usually a little more funny about just some guy on their land fishing. Ottawa to Timmins, yeah. Yeah, there is. There's a few of them, but like, not, man, I know that stretch pretty good. But anyways, there's a public rest stop that a few of them I'm aware of, but not water to fish on 17. But yeah, that's cool. I don't know all of Highway 17 ATC. That's pretty cool. You probably know a lot more and a lot more spots you're familiar with than I know. It is a beautiful drive. Depending on the season, we'll always watch for animals, but I find from Ottawa to, I have family that drives it not daily, but I got family across 17 all the way to Sudbury. Believe it or not, spread out. So like my family member from here, the other day I was talking to them on their drive to the family member towards Ottawa, 17 straight. So a lot of time if I'm covering the kids on the weekend, I'll talk to a family member that's on the road for a 4-hour drive. Keep them company. So animals, a lot of deer from Ottawa to North Bay. From Ottawa to North Bay, tons of deer on 17. Past North Bay, you can get moose. You can see moose down that, on that stretch. But mainly from then once you hit your North Bay, that stretch, moose. Watch for moose, especially in the fall, rut season. Or when we get lots of snow, tons and tons of snow. We're on the side of the roadways, right? Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with you, ATC. Yeah, you only need 5 or 6. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Oh, good to know that, Steel City. I didn't know that. For them to stock a lake or anything, it has to have public access. And they took pretty much every public. So my my family's lake that they're on. I went out there, we fished it for 3 hours or something in my boat, and I caught, I don't know, what was it, the total was 12 pike. Nothing major, nothing sizable. I caught some bluegill, I caught some perch. The first time ever actually fishing that lake. But yeah, I guess the government will never stock that. There's walleye in there. I didn't catch one the time I was there. But yeah, so the government will never stock that lake because they are, dude. I had a hard time getting my boat in there only because I know people on the lake. We're technically not lakefront. I had a hard time getting my boat in there. People are anal. These lakes, government took back that law about guaranteeing people private access to every water body. Dude, they lock them up tight. They're like, no fishing. No, we don't want no outsiders here fishing this lake. True story, 100%. It's a big thing. Pushlands Lake. That's not far away from here. Justin Bieber lives on Pushlands Lake, right? It's a private lake. It turned private when he bought the property on there, pretty much. Give or take or whatever. When is your actual birthday, Rudy? Is it today? I know we've all wished you a happy birthday. With roadkill locked up and drag? Not like if a deer or a moose gets hit, officials are called in and they get picked up. But of course, like, you know, squirrels and raccoons and stuff like that, it's common to see roadkill. But I mean, no large animal. It always gets reported. It usually does damage. Or a truck driver has a way to report it. The highway maintenance people. So just now, snowplow operators, technically, way up north, will get that contract removing animals, I think. And unless it's right in their municipalities, I'm sure the municipality takes care of it. But there's, I think the contracted companies to remove the snows also take care of animals that end up hit on the road. I could be wrong. Oh, okay, right on. It is today. Right on. Yeah, midweek birthday, I hear that. I mean, a lot of people, if they have a birthday in the midweek, they kind of just do their week and then will celebrate more their birthday on another day or whatever, right? I hope you had a good day, though. Still your birthday. I go to work on my birthday. I might book it off, Rudy, but normally that's it. I tell no one it's my birthday. I go to work and have a regular day. A lot of times, yeah, I will fish after work, but my regular fishing like it's not my birthday. You know what I mean? Another day for me, bro. I think we all get to an age where it's still our day, bro. For sure. Yeah, you too, David. We'll catch up soon. What did I tie? 3 bodies? Should I tie one more? What time is it? We'll stay on to 10, and then I'll just double check that lady got the kids in. And then I'll have another adult child. Or not. Well, yeah. Adult child. I guess I do have a child that's an adult now. We'll be home again shortly, so that'll be another person stirring up the house. Not stirring up the house, but, you know. You too, David. Thanks for hanging out, bro. We tie one more body. One more. I say tie, but build or whatever. I'm technically, you know what? No, I made 3 of those. Got to see how they work before I make any more. So, I'm going to finish off and I'm going to build one double spinner body. I think what I did was I added... No, we'll keep it simple. That's fine. I want to add another tungsten to this, actually. I call them tungstens because that's what I bought them at. Whether they're tungstens or not, I don't know. Yeah, I guess technically here you can't hit. I don't think, maybe someone else will know better. I think roadkill's kind of off limits unless you just, I guess it depends where you are. I mean, Ontario gets pretty desolate, but anywhere around here, yeah, you're not going to hit a deer and they're not going to want you to take it or whatever, as far as I know. I could be wrong, though. I mean, I had an incident with a moose once, and the cops downed it. They offered me meat. I think it depends where you are. They were going to get the meat checked, and then I was going to go pick it up. They just felt for me and the day I had. So they were like, "Bud, you want some of this meat, man?" Literally. And I said, no, I'm okay, thanks. They're like, no, we get it checked out. You get it after. You get a phone call somewhere to pick up a couple chunks. Honestly. I was like, no, I appreciate that. Thanks for helping me out. All good. Yeah, so, okay. You called it in. They never wanted to come out. Okay, pretty awesome. So ATC, so like, I think it depends on where you are. I think it just depends on the municipality, or wherever the, I don't know, I think it depends on where you are. Ontario's a big place. Yeah, ATC can throw a couple cents on your comment. Alright, we're just going to pull these off. I'm going to throw another tungsten, and we'll keep with the rainbows, the rainbow darter style. I think I have some more of those yet. Yes, I do. We're independent. I don't know how all that works, honestly. I shouldn't I? I don't know. And some of the trees still, you can't cut down a certain type of tree. Jack pines, am I right by that? Is it jack pine, or is it a certain pine tree? Yeah, I don't know. I think they still get a cut of our property taxes. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. Interesting. You got to get Garden to try. What are these called? What do you mean? Garden, you'll have to try a spinner in salt water. Yeah, it'd have to be stainless steel, or you just dry and clean it off every time you use it. Am I wrong by that? Like, you could use anything in salt water if you clean it off after. Am I wrong? Spray enough garlic spray on it and it'll probably coat the metal and the salt won't even touch it. There's an idea. Corrosion. Okay. Long before? Okay. Strength? Yeah. I get you. Locked up. Yeah. So building it out of stainless. What are you thinking because of the weight and buoyancy? Because, guys, super interesting thing. And if you look at these freighters out in the ocean, they float higher in the water. They get into the Great Lakes here, which are freshwater seas. You can't see land. They're big. Like the Great Lakes are big. And apparently, these freighters that come in off the ocean, they sit way deeper in the fresh water. So I think that's what Steel City's getting at. Oh, Steel City. Dude, I'll take a salinity meter with me tomorrow. After work tomorrow, I'm going to go to my spots that I was at yesterday. And some other spots. And I'm going to check the salinity in the waters. Runoff water, buoyancies. And I was talking about this spinner. It was fast current. Neat. Steel City. Very smart. Neat. You guys know you get what I'm getting at here, right? Steel City. You get what I'm saying? Spinner. Will react differently in salt water to fresh water, density of the water and how things. Super interesting, bro. Super interesting. You get what I'm putting down, Paul. Yeah. I mean, that's what Steel City was coming up with. That's what's awesome. You're right. And how much salinity, chloride, was in that water yesterday I was fishing in all those spots. How much? ATC, huge problem. They're doing research. I get what you mean, but when the first initial runoff happens, when they've been dumping salt on our roads all winter long, it's a lot of chloride, and they're doing studies on it. One of their biggest concerns is Lake Simcoe, because I think it's such a long stretch before that lake can ever filter itself again. So Lake Erie, you get the runoff in there. It's a flow into the ocean anyways, okay? A lot of the lakes that are flowing ocean bound regardless, they say we get a big spike. They're doing a lot of studies on it. There's a lot of information online, recent studies on salinity, chlorides, and all the different types of chlorides. So the ocean, what's that, sodium chloride? Or no, what's the ocean? I've been reading different parts about this. It's a huge deal for us here. There is a lot of invertebrates and fishes that can, but the foods, the plankton, the freshwater plankton versus the saltwater planktons, they're different. And apparently the chlorides nuke them, take them out. So then there's no minnow species. There's to eat the fries. So if a fish has babies, I don't know. Get what I'm saying here? Yeah, so quickly you get a big flush of chlorides into all our fresh waters. It's a big thing. We'll hear about more studies and fundings, and a lot of people are getting involved in this thing, and they want, like BC went, did they go full sand, BC, or did they go full sand? They got this certain percentage, or did they go full sand? I think Ontario needs to go mandatory winter tires, and ease up on the salt and go like a 10%, 90% sand, 10% salt mix. And I thought in the fall and the winter, when winter first came, I did see a lot of sand in the salt. So I thought, okay, this is great. I'm seeing a lot of sand in this salt. Then as winter went on, I saw pure salt. Pure salt. It's full of sand. Oh yeah, we have lots of sand. Oh! Cheaper for the taxpayer. There's no way. Mine and salt's got to be more money. There's more value on it than sand. It'd still be part of the local economy, isn't it? Big business formed anyways. So municipalities would still pay for the sand. But at the same cost, could they get sand cheaper than salt? So on top of the environmental and freshwater species, you guys see that? There's a little fly, not a fly, like not a house fly, but it was like a gnat just flew by me here. Something did. It's not a house fly, it's just could be fruit. We get lots of fruit, so this time it starts getting warmer. I find the fruit from the grocery stores. Where the heck did that thing go? Definitely a little gnat ended up in here somehow. What's up, Nicole? How you doing? Let us run studded tires, yeah, in mandatory winters, and studded's optional. Yeah, I agree with you. Ease up on the rush to populate, or should I say it like that or not? I don't know. Or no, man. No, man. Mandatory winter tires, and stupid accidents. Accidents happen because people learn how to drive in it, I think, right? All of us. I'm not talking... I consider myself... I've driven... We had lots of days where I can drive. I don't need them to dump tons of salt on the roads, personally. Plow it. I'll be alright. I have all seasons on my truck, and I'll be alright. But I want... Winter tires should be mandatory, for sure. Next winter, I hope to have those rims that are on my truck to have winters on it, and then just have another swap out set of rims. Nothing too fancy, nothing too expensive. It's not that. Just convenience. And I think everybody should have winter tires. It's part of that. Yeah, corrodes that corrosion, and it eats concrete. I agree with you, Steel City. Or, Paul's Way, my bad. Cheesed out there. I agree with you, bro. Ewas, what's going on, dude? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. I'm doing good, Nicole. Thanks. Getting a bit tired. Just cheesed out for a second there, but... Alright, we're good there. So we did add the one more tungsten, and I thought I did on a couple of them. Yeah, I did. So the first size we made of these way back when, and I think the one Steel City has might only have the one tungsten above the skull thing, whatever it is. So I can give them another one with the heavier one. Paul's Way, I got one of these for you. I went looking for those little containers, and they don't have them anymore. Literally, the dollar store had these little containers and usable for like bait, so many baits. So I stopped by the other week, and I couldn't find them at all. Well, yeah, Paul's Way, I got a little package of stuff for you. Yeah, it is. So, well, let's get this one done, and they always spin good. And you see how I lock those two clasps in? They're kind of like, that's the way I've always seen them done. Hang on a second here. Let's get this body finished up, and this one's middle here. That's all I ever did on all of them, right? Just put the one weight above. Yeah, and then we went small. Alright, we gotta dig deep here. Which I thought I had another container. Do I got one in here? Not, I'm just gonna have to get out my bag of glass beads. Never mind. There's one right here. It was hiding in all these red beads. And then a red one to finish it off at the small size. That's what I did, right? I didn't go red and then glass. Yeah, I went glass and then red. They're not glass, they're just an acrylic diamond looking bead. But you know, when the light hits them, I find they have not that gas look, but there is a... The sun hits these, and the way they're cut like little diamonds. Like even right now, I'm looking at it, I see a beam coming on. Like it's... They catch the light, like the light catches them, and I think they add a good attractant to the fish. Might be that closing thing to seal the deal. What? But they spin good, like they... Let's see here, come on, baby. Get the idea though. There you go. Anyways, I haven't caught a fish on these yet. I didn't have one with me to try yesterday, or it would have. Just to see if they'll spin. I don't even know if I cast these out and they'll spin or not. Sure they will. I think they're best for, the idea was for high current waters. Pools and stuff like that. And the idea was to make them look like a rainbow darter. And then I've dressed every single one of them the same, besides one. And it's like a little rainbow, total rainbow darter thing, right? Because a lot of times in creeks in the fast moving, there is rainbow darter and they're native. And they've been pretty much around forever. So it's like matching the hatch in most rocky, fast-moving pool and creeks. Yeah, it's a theory. Whether I'm right or wrong, doesn't matter. Now what I did is there. Yeah. Snip this off. We'll have a look at the loop. So yeah, it's a looping tool, looping pliers they call them. Simple to work with. Super simple. There you go. Now I peel this one a little bit. I gotta get a small file. It's not something I've ever had a need for, like in any of my tools I own or anything, a file. I just haven't needed, I don't know, a file. Used to be a popular thing. Every toolbox had a file in it, eh? Like the 80s, 70s, 80s. Guess it depends on what you're working with, but back in the day, it was a staple to just, if you had tools, you had a file in the toolbox. Anybody agree with me? Oh, for sure. Bowler Browns? Oh, yeah. Oh, try it at Williams? Yeah, I could, yeah. Use a, yeah, sharpening stone. Right on, Paul. You know what? Because I kind of thought Paul has a file, is what was going through my mind a minute or two ago. I'm like, but Paul, he probably has a file. So use sharpening stone. Smooth, good one. Ton of files or sharpening stones or both? I don't know what you mean. I'd have to look that up. See, I don't know any, Northern. I don't know any of the names of flies because I was at Jimmy R's, and he's like, "Yeah," I was saying, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Yeah, it's a so and so," and I said, "Honestly, buddy, I don't even know the names of all these different flies. I guess it's common. There's names, common fly names." Wow. we all know the woolly bugger, right? But I mean, other than that, like a lot of these flies and things people tie are, they have a name for them, and they're common that all anglers tie them. Flies. Oh, flies. Not much, BG. No, thanks for coming in. We're just we it's kind of a fishing outdoors adventure channel. We all hang out, friends. Other people have channels too. Well, they're just tying baits tonight, but normally fishing. Like that's what we're getting into. Man. So we just making some double blade spinners here. This one works like this. We're just making the bodies. Made these number 6s. The old Len Thompson 5 diamonds. Made a few of those. And tomorrow I'll dress the hooks, I guess. But this is double spinner. That's a dressed hook, ready for free action. And the idea is they're a weighted spinner for fast moving little creeks and rivers or whatever. Fast moving. With good weight, so as the current comes, you don't want it just to whip your spinner gone. You want it to get it in there, fast moving, have something holding it down a bit. And the flow is just going to make it all spin. And the fish nail it, bro, is the hope. I don't know. I haven't caught a fish on these yet, though. I haven't even been able to cast one to see if like the profile and everything's gonna kind of work, honestly, because I didn't have one with me yesterday and I haven't fished open water since I've made these. So we just had our snow and ice kind of melt off. Okay, you make some. Are you? Oh, very nice, bro. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, so like here's some other stuff that we play around with here and make. Same stuff. It's just hanging out, all us anglers. But yeah, I like tying jigs too. Jigs are fun. I got some. When I first started, I was tying larger jigs, like 3/8 half-ounce jigs. Which I have tons of them. They're just in a box on my shelf. I give them away. I don't fish with large jigs that often, so like I make these baits that I don't. So that's why I started making the smaller stuff, like more of the crappier panfish, because I really just don't. I don't use the big larger hair jigs. I just don't. So. You know, different little bugs and just nothing, whatever, pretty cool. It's just hobbying, man. It's like keeping the ADD, ADHD at bay, kind of something to do, you know. So that's all bucktail, dyed bucktail, whatever, right? I appreciate you coming in, bud. Welcome to the channel. Small piece of shrink tube or trop resin should smoothen it up too. Oh, are you saying for the end when I clip the end there and stuff? Your hook sharpener is what I use. Okay, so that's technically like what Paul's Way mentioned. Like it's, yeah, so it's it's a stone. Yeah, 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 same here. But yeah, the walleye, but when I go for a walleye, I just don't. How many walleye did I catch last year? I don't know. Yeah, just the vertical jigging for walleye, I just don't do. There is spots that I would like. If I was, so there's a place called like a dam where it gets nice and deep and walleye congregate in there. You know what I'd use versus a hair jig? I would literally, hang on. There's no way I don't have some here. the heck is going on here? Telling me all I got is what's in my box in my truck. I gotta make some more of these. I've given them away, I guess. You know, I got a few of them in here because I put a few in here just so if that will go into my truck, but literally this doesn't have the spinner clasp on it, so it's not a spinner. This has got tungsten on it. It's made for dropping down deep, throw a minnow on the end. If I was going for walleye at these dams, I'd drop this down there, man, with a minnow, tipped with a minnow on the end of it. The minnow would freak out. This would flack around. Boom. That's what if I was gonna do a vertical, I wouldn't vertical jig the jig. I don't know why. Because I don't know. I'm from Ontario, man. Jigging a plastic, jigging a minnow. But yeah, jigging a minnow. Sometimes I'll troll baits, man. Honestly, I'll troll baits. I troll a lot. If I'm in my boat, I like throwing bait. I like dragging baits, man. I like dragging crank baits or spinners or worm harness. I don't know. Wisconsin, nice, beautiful area, great fishing. You guys get on the ice fair, like you're more north than I am, actually. Am I right? I'm right. You're more north. Yeah, you're more north than I am. You get a better actually icy. You pretty sure. No, and that's a common thing. I do a lot of bottom fishing for catfish and suckers and stuff. I get you. I get you that you can't stand trolling. I totally get that. I wouldn't want to troll full time or all the time, which I don't. But yeah. I shouldn't say I always troll, but if my boat's in the water, odds are part of that day I did troll baits because fishing full time, I don't know, or like, you know, I do troll a bit, and then I do other things too. I'll drift and just cast the shoreline under trees, you know, I'll cast as well, but sometimes, yeah, chilling, trolling. No, you're not, bro. No, bro. I think there's not. It's very common for someone to say they can't stand trolling. And then there's some people that, yeah, if they're into chartering or stuff, they're always trolling, and they troll, and every time they take someone out, they're trolling. But you're a big slip bobber and jigging guy, yeah. So part of this year, like I've been thinking on how I want to go about this, I do want to do some slip bobber drift fishing where I shut my motor off. We're in current, kind of slow current, and we're just hanging out. Slip bobber and minnow. Well, there's one. Got one, you know. There is. You're right, he was, and you know, you're just dragging baits and you're doing whatever else you're doing while you're dragging baits. Trolling, you can cover a lot of ground. You're constantly covering ground in waters, and I don't know. It's a hard one. I get what you're saying there, he was. 70%, maybe 70% of anglers we might find that tell us the same thing. I don't like trolling. A lot of people, I hear it weekly. I hear it all the time. I hear guys saying, oh, trolling isn't fishing. Like, I've heard it all. We've all heard that, right, guys? We've all heard that. Covering more water. Yeah. And drifting and casting baits alongside as you're moving along, or like I was gonna buy an iPilot for the front of my boat. How many times am I gonna use it? How much am I gonna spend on that? Then I gotta buy an LED or the 24 volt lithium ion, or I don't want to spend that on a trolling motor. Thank you, ATC, brother. We all fishing. That's what matters. Yeah, so no matter which way you're fishing, you're fishing. I think that's what, yeah. Appreciate that, ATC. Thank you so much, bro. Disappear and gets buried. Yeah, I want to try some of that slip bobber drift fishing. I had tried, like last spring, you guys know I was trying the slip bobber with large minnow. I went and I bought a couple to handle a really big minnow. I just haven't got into the luck on the slip bobber fishing. And I think, I'm sure it's just timing or right place, right time. Why I haven't had luck with the slip bobber fishing. I'm not giving up on it, obviously. Yeah, I got a backup Mini Coda. It's one under. It's not the Altura. It's not actually. You're talking about a front drive, or is that? Anyways, I got one that clicks on the rear of the boat for emergency uses only, and a battery down there designated just for it. But I don't use it for trolling. In trolling, I'm using my. I'm using 50 horse for trolling, bro. I made a troll bucket. It slows me down a bit. It'll even slow the drift down, drift fishing. I bought a drift sock. It's still new in the package. I've had it since 2021. I made my bucket at the same time. I like my bucket so much, I've never opened the drift sock. It's still brand new in the package in the front of my boat. I just have it's a Smoker Craft haul, but it's actually assembled by a company called Legend Boats. You want to see my boat, dude? I'm like, if I could go through the wall, I'm like 8 feet from it, man. We could go down the stairs and into my garage, and my boat's in there right now. You want to see it? Steelhead fishing with jigs, he was, yeah. There's a lot of places where I've seen a lot of people slip bobber fishing. You want to see it, man? You want to see it? Not much to see in my garage. Is a complete cluttered mess. I got tools all over the place, and I got locked in here, guys. I'm locked in, so we're gonna have to wait till I get unlocked. But I just tapped, so we'll go do that in a second here. Being a guy that does something differently, I'm always that guy. Kind of. I think, I don't know. What I'm saying is everybody has a technique of fishing, and there's me, I'm soaking a worm covered in garlic. Kind of idea, you know what I mean? Everybody else got something else fancy going on or something. It's me. No shame, man. Was it a fire alarm chirp? I hope not. It's time. You know what? It's time. And I've even noticed, so we just had the time change, right? You guys have remembered me changing batteries before, right? I'm sure. And was it a chirp? That's the first one. Well, we'll hear it again if it was. So Paul's Way, I have a lot of fire. So I have one right here. I have one right out here. I have one down at the entranceway. I have one on the next level. Yeah, I'm probably due to pick up some batteries, I guess. I can't press the button. It'll work. guarantee it. Like, when was that? Was that last time? I don't know. You guys, someone here must remember me getting batteries from streaming and replacing these. I think it's this one right here, Paul. Yeah. Sometimes ATC, yeah. Yeah. I gotta run upstairs quickly, guys. Actually, I'm locked in here. I'm locked in here, man. Oh, man. Oh man, guys. Yeah, see, and yeah, you're brought up on the spoons where you ATC. See, yeah, I brought myself up on hook and worm, kind of. I don't know, man. But yeah, that's cool. That is. I mean, yeah, all the boys were throwing spoons, right? The spoons were, and there's some people that still just throw spoons, and they do great. I throw spoons, I don't do as good. But some of these veterans, they're throwing spoons and still nailing the fish. Obviously, right? It's me. I don't know. Spoons. Is it that I just don't keep throwing them? Get him out fishing? Oh, okay. Is he? Well, I hope he goes out. Okay. Get him out fishing, yeah. I'll probably fish with my dad this year, I think. A week, yeah. I don't hunt BG. I don't hunt currently. ATC does. I want to. I just got to take the course, spend $500. I'm eligible and all that. I just got to do the process to get hunting. Kind of in fairly suburbia in a sense. I'd like to hunt grouse and birds, and I'd like to try out a wild turkey. I don't think I want to get into the bigger game. I don't want to get a deer or anything. I don't think. But like some small game, I wouldn't mind getting into. Oh, I see. Can I ask you a question, BG? How do I look? How old do I look? How old do you think I am? What do you think? I do have some gray, bro. But you can get gray hair at 16 years old. I get it. Gray doesn't mean anything of age, for sure. I like to keep my age secret. You know, I'm a middle-aged man. Honestly, I think when we all get to a certain age, we just put age behind us. As long as the people we're associating with are... Oh, you want me to take my hat off, are you? Look at that, bro. So I got a triangle there. See that triangle, bro? Of pure gray. There, yeah, you're right. You need a hat off to tell someone's age a little better. You're right. Look at that gray there, bro. It's all downhill, but all uphill too, Paul. I was thinking that. I'm like, wait a minute. You're right. But I was thinking, but it's kind of uphill too, depending on which way we want to look at it. No doubt. 48 to 50. Oh, that's the oldest I've ever got judged. People must just be friendly. No, I'm not that old yet, brother. I'm not saying that's old at all. That's young. 48 to 50 is a young man. A young, mature man, right? 48 to 50. It must be. Is it the gray, bro? Nice, dude. 48 to 50. No, that's cool, locked up. Yeah, yeah. Close enough, like, whatever. I'm getting... Again, I just like to keep my age, I'm over 18. I'm an adult. Yeah. What's up, dude? 28. Super nice guy there. Wow, 28, eh? Is it locked up? Yeah. We'll just keep all of our ages. We all know that we're all over 18, I think, right? Close enough, BG. 35. Close enough, man. Right? That's close. Close enough. It is 100%. I had moose burgers, and that's all I've had of moose. I've had more deer. Um, oh yeah, ATC, you get out there and, uh, bro, I'm not gonna tell you what year I was born, dude. That none of that matters. That's just like a personal, especially for me. I'm just personal with that stuff, you know. And I don't want to lie to you, bro. So I'm just being honest here. I can either there's two ways. Someone asks you something that you just, no matter who it is, they could be the neighbor that you've known for 30 years and you trust them to the hills. It's just you just have a thing. Just like the only thing I do is YouTube. I won't be on. It's just one of those things. It's like so two choices. Just to say, I just don't talk about that, and that's even I'm not, you know, ATC. I've known him for a while. I've never asked him his age. It's just I. You're a nice guy. Yeah, without, so you have two choices. Say, dude, I just don't answer those questions, or I can lie to you, which I'm not going to lie to you, right? You just, no, you're good, BG. Yeah, you're good. But I probably look a little older because I'm tired. I'm real tired, man. I'm resting up this week. I've been helping a family out a little bit after work the last so many weeks. A little bit, couple hours a night. No big deal. Um, like close family, like family. So, but so like this week is my regular day and then rest, and then getting ready to fish real hard. So I'm kind of recuperating this week, kind of. Appreciate you, Garden. Garden, you going live? What's the deal? Can you go fishing right now, Garden? Everybody will pop over to your stream. 12 people in the house. 45 likes. Thanks, guys. BG Garden streams down in Florida. A lot of times he'll hang out. He'll catch some cool different fish that I don't always see. I've seen them now because he's caught them. That's another one. Paul's Way might upload eventually. Steel City Fishing, he might upload. Lock and Drag, he might upload. ATC, great channel too. Consistent ATC in the chat there. Just anybody, if you're which one? So Paul's Way's Paul's Way. All Things Country's up above there. Everybody see all the @ tags are right here. But like a lot of them, like ATC, All Things Country, he's going to show up. A lot of them are going to pop right up. Even Paul's Way. At Paul's Way is @ tag. So it's real easy. Like, hey, how's it going, Tiffany and family? How you doing? And appreciate you finding this channel. And welcome. Welcome to the stream and community. Everybody, as you see, is friendly in the chat. It's a good solid bunch. Yeah, I get what you mean. I don't believe 70 is, because I mean 70 is 70 the new 50? Is 40 the new 30? Is it like 20 the new, I don't know, I don't know. Yeah, I know you're having clutch problems, but I just wasn't sure if you could hop, skip, and a jump over there, or grab someone else's ride and go down there fishing. I'd put you on as I'm going to bed. I'll do that a lot of times. So you'll think I'm gone, and I'm just sitting there going to bed, and your stream's playing. Rig tie-in live? Yeah, okay. Everybody interested in that? Garden, why so zero? I say it wrong. My spouse corrected me on it, but I call him Garden. He calls me OT. You know. That's right. I agree with you, ATC. 110. I'm at your content. I prefer, 18 plus that I go to. There's a few lads that, of course, have supported my channel that I'll, they're gonna be older lads eventually, and I try to keep it 18 above, but all's welcome. But everybody knows Raft, young lad there. Keep an eye on his posts. He's everybody's going to get to be 20 and 21 and stuff like that, and ongoing. So, but age does have nothing to do with it. Good content or activity for sure. Okay, where are you chatting from, BG? And it's so I'm an hour ahead of you. Do you have any content there, BG? We're gonna go to your channel and have a look. Whoa, yeah, buddy. Here we go, everybody. BG Customs. Open it up. It's nice, brother. Yeah, I like that. Right away, as soon as I hopped onto your channel here, I like what I see. 22 subscribers BG has. There we go. We're gonna go 23. Everybody, if I open this up, per cheese. Yeah, buddy. Nice, bud. You've been ice fishing, eh? Good for you. Yeah, buddy. Okay. And you're deer hunting? Nice, 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 nice. What did I just see a short of? Hang on a second here. What does that say? Dream Screen AI? Who's been doing this? I'll go back here after and I'll have a look at it. I've heard a lot of people having problems doing AI. I know someone who I know of somebody who just got demonetized for original content AI, and I think we know a few people that's had these certain issues with that. That we know someone that's gone through 3 and 4 channels. Just a heads up, guys, I don't know if that's true or not, but you'll never see me doing anything with like AI or something like that, because a monetized channel, it's original content pretty much. It's entertainment. My channel's entertainment, so if I post a short that's kind of funny or this and that, it's entertainment. No AI. Never. And that's just me, personally. Anybody does what they want to do. I'll check out your channel a little later, buddy, but I wish you the best to the channel this year. You definitely... Oh, now, when you subscribe to everybody, I'm going to remind everybody, I'm going to do the same. I hit subscribe. I did not go to the bell. Always good idea to go to the bell, which I'm going there right now. So right now, with me just hitting subscribe, it only said personalized. Now I'm going to hit all. And I think that's something we got to remember doing. Sometimes we go to support someone's channel or sub to a new channel we're into, fishing, whatever, outdoors. I think a lot of times we forget to hit the all and the bell. Because, nice. Some good jumbos. And some crappies. Cool, bud. Awesome. I wish you the best to your channel. And your hobby. Wisconsin, nice. So that goes for everybody. Yeah, nice. You guys connected to BG. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what he's doing is maybe setting it for made for kids. You set it made for kids, it's wiping out the comments automatically. Right? That's a common thing, and I think your channel will grow if you set it not made for kids when it comes to fishing and outdoors. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. What do I know? It's been a good stream tonight, guys. I'm gonna go back after, because I'm this way I can turn the sound on your stuff there and I can check out your channel. So literally all I go up to is previously viewed. I was just at your channel. Hang on. I'll put something set at watch for later, just so I make sure I make this easier. Yeah, cool. Yeah, just be safe, whatever you're doing. I don't know where, like around here, a lot of the banks and stuff like that are pretty dicey. So I'm sure you know what you're doing, and don't mind me. Just it's pretty. Just be safe, obviously, right? No, I saw you had the center pin there. I wanted to hit play, but I didn't see it. No. Yeah, so you can still, like, you see I don't have anyone coming in here and swearing, right? Like, this is, I mean, and nowadays, I mean, I couldn't believe, well, stuff just on regular YouTube and a lot of things, like, I don't know. I know, like, when my kids went to kindergarten, okay, they weren't, but they learn swear words and stuff at school, right? And I teach them not to say them, of course, and all that stuff. But I mean, you get what I mean? Yeah, it's gonna be like that here. It's gonna be like that here. Up and down for a bit, right? Weather-wise, so a little bit of snow coming yet. What's up? What's going on? fully sleeping. All right, just leave that door open. I am. But if you're going, just leave that door open for me so I can listen, and I will shut it down. Tomorrow's another day. Yeah, I know. It's fine. Guys, 10:45. My lady's got to go out and pick up one of my little ones there. So my other little ones are sleeping. So I'm going to hop off here. Even though they're sleeping, this way I'm going to go up and sit in the kitchen and a little closer to their bedrooms, right? So I can hear what's going on. Appreciate everyone hanging out tonight. Thank you so much. Nice to meet everybody. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. What's up, Bobby? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, definitely. Good to see everyone. Likewise. That's okay, Bobby. I totally understand. It's just getting late here, and I just want to get up a little closer to my little one's bedroom in case I hear them get up, as I'm the only adult in the house, I guess, now. Definitely good stream. Thanks, Paul's Way. We'll talk to you soon. BG, be safe tomorrow. Thanks for nice meeting you. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Oh, really, Bobby? Okay. All right, fair. Hope it's going a good start to the new shift there. One last check. Everyone hit the like. Thank you very much, ATC, for the super chat there. I so appreciate it, brother. So appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Bro, thank you, brother. Can you see the boat real quick? Oh, man. All right. You want to see the boat real quick? All right. Okay. My lady says no. Tomorrow, bro. You'll see it. You'll see it. If you're curious to know what kind of boat I have, go on my long forms. And it'll say personal best walleye at the Grand River, I think. I'm in my boat on that one. But we'll probably have streams from the boat. I got to give it an oil change. I got to do stuff, and I have all that stuff to do. I have the oil. I have the filter. I have the bottom end oil. And we got to do that before it hits the water. So maybe we'll do that maybe the next coming days or on the weekend. Stay in touch with the channel. You'll check it out. All right, BG. Yeah, tomorrow I'll show it to you. He was. Thanks, bro. Yeah, 2:30 comes early. That's right. You start really early. Yeah, I know. My morning comes early, too. All right, Bobby. Thanks. Yeah. Likewise, ATC. Likewise. Machine Gun. There you are. That's okay. Yeah. Appreciate you, Machine Gun. Good to see you. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to do this tomorrow night anyways. Depending on how water it is, I'm going to make sure we take... Oh, what do I do with this? We're going to have to throw these, and we're going to dress these tomorrow night. I'll throw one of these finished in my truck just in case I drive past and stop quickly. I know I can go live quick or something, just for us to try one of these out. We'll see. If not, tomorrow. We're getting into the season, guys. Pretty active on YouTube coming up. Everybody check out ATC if they haven't or they're not already connected. And that goes for pretty much everybody in here. Uploading content. Meet one another and stuff. Support each other's channels. We're all probably all into the same stuff, right? Yeah, got you. I hope you got a few more there, brother. And as you come back, there'll be many others to check out your channel. That goes for everybody. All right, guys, peace out. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Everybody hit the like before we go. I'll hit the like to my own stream. I already have, which I don't remember doing that. Thanks, Garden, brother. Appreciate you. Oh, wait a second. Garden. We still got 12 people in the house here. Are you gonna go live? Garden's gonna go live to tie a rig. I'll be there too. I'm heading over there. Garden, you doing it? Pardon me. Appreciate you, Garden. That's at YSO0 in the chat. Guys. Garden, you going live, brother? Alright, heads up everyone. Garden might go live here shortly. Yeah, okay. I'll see you guys over there in the chat at Gardens. Again, thanks guys. We'll talk to you soon. See you tomorrow or at Gardens in like 5 minutes. High-low rig. Alright. I'm looking forward to it. Alright guys, peace. And I'll see you on my channel tomorrow. Or if you upload and I get a notification, I'll do my best not to miss it. Peace, guys.